Dipping with the devil. After thousands of years of erosion, many rock pools have formed near the Great Victoria Falls, and one of them, right on the very edge, Devil's Pool, with a sheer drop and an up-close and personal view of the sheer drop off the side of the falls, is indeed the ultimate infinity pool. In 2009, a brave Zimbabwean tour guide was presumed dead after plunging 90 meters into Victoria Falls while trying to rescue a tourist. The man was accompanying several Western tourists on the Zambian side of the world's largest waterfall. Dipping with the devil. After thousands of years of erosion, many rock pools have formed near the Great Victoria Falls, and one of them, right on the very edge, Devil's Pool, with a sheer drop and an up-close and personal view of the sheer drop off the side of the falls, is indeed the ultimate infinity pool. In 2009, a brave Zimbabwean tour guide was presumed dead after plunging 90 meters into Victoria Falls while trying to rescue a tourist. The man was accompanying several Western tourists on the Zambian side of the world's largest waterfall. Here, tourists swim dangerously close to the tipping point of the falls, only prevented from falling by a slippery, submerged lip of rock. Only the brave attempt to swim in the aptly named Devil's Pool, and tour guides are tasked with ensuring their safety. But later, findings have confirmed that it did not occur at Devil's Pool, it occurred away from the area and by an unofficial operator. The trip is hugely popular, and no one has ever been swept over the falls on these tours. No one is known to have ever died at the Devil's Pool. Yes, there have been accidents at Devil's Pool. Most Devil's Pool accidents have been from people slipping on wet rocks, causing minor injuries. Be careful on these rocks. Don't let your guard down just because you're not right on the edge of the waterfall. As if the threat of falling off this enormous waterfall wasn't enough, you also must consider the risk of running into a hippo or crocodile in Devil's Pool. Yes, there are also hippos and crocodiles in the waters atop Victoria Falls. Shivers in Shanghai. If you have a fear of heights, you won't want to dive into this remarkable hotel swimming pool. The 24th-story pool in Shanghai, China, has nothing underneath it apart from a pane of toughened glass, and a huge drop. Fortunately for those terrified of the drop, the majority of it is inside the building, although you will probably want to stay in the shallow end. The unique swimming baths, in the Holiday Inn Hotel, Shanghai Pudong Kangkao, are 30 meters long. Hotel bosses say guests using the pool can feel like they are swimming over the air, although many won't dare look down. Sky High Pool 917. Hotel Hubertus in Italy has just opened a sky-high pool set to make any hide-aware swimmer weak at the knees. The infinity pool is suspended 40 feet above the ground and stretches for 82 feet. If you can brave a dip in the hair-raising spot, you'll be treated to a rewarding view. The pool overlooks the rolling mountains of Italy's South Tyrol. The position of the pool, which floats 12 meters above the ground, at its extreme edge, gives the swimmer the feeling of floating, weightlessly between heaven and earth. This impression is further reinforced by the glass front and a glazed window on the bottom of the pool. To make the experience even more dizzying, the sides of the pool have been matched to the hues of the surrounding panoramic views. This blurs the boundaries between the water and the landscape. The whole structure is nestled on large tree trunks, with turfed areas for sun baking. Chilling Chernobyl. Swimming Pool Azure or Lazurny is the most well-known of the 3 indoor swimming pools in Pripyat. Centrally located on Sportivnaya Street, it is situated beside Middle School No. 3. The pool is an impressive building with a huge glass facade. This large pool with 5 swim lanes and 2 diving boards opened in 1970. Besides this main pool and a smaller pool, it features a basketball court and sports hall in an adjacent room. It was possible to buy a subscription to the pool at a very reasonable price. After the evacuation in 1986, the city of Pripyat was not completely abandoned. For example, the city office, Jupiter factory, and this swimming pool were still in use by liquidators and other parties, years after the disaster. They kept the Azure swimming pool in operation until 1998, that is 12 years after the accident. The building was considered to be the cleanest place in the Chernobyl exclusion zone, so many workers enjoyed this clean and inviting sports complex. The pool was closed in 1998 after a health inspection. Today it is a hotspot for tourists visiting the zone. The empty pool and silent basketball courts are an eerie reminder of this once thriving community. Nerve-wracking Nemo. God help you if you have to get your Professional Association of Diving Instructors certification in a public pool. You're about to spend more than a few hours steeping in all sorts of fun bodily fluids. You're better off buying a plane ticket to Brussels, home of the deepest, and likely cleanest, indoor pool in the world. Diving enthusiast John Biernaerts began developing the idea for a super deep indoor diving facility in 2001. Taking inspiration from favorite diving locales in his home country of Bora Bora, Biernaerts spent 3 years examining 21 potential designs. In 2004, Nemo 33 opened as a multi-purpose instructional, recreational, and film production facility in Brussels, Belgium. The Nemo 33 is a 2,500,000 liter multi-level swimming pool filled with chlorine-free, potable spring water heated to a toasty 30 Celsius degrees. The pool structure flattens out at depths of 5 and 10 meters to feature simulated underwater caves. However, Nemo 33's most prominent feature is its 33 meters, 108 foot, deep sinkhole. It is the only place on Earth, outside of the open ocean, that permits such deep dives. As such, it's used extensively in scientific testing as well as military training exercises. In fact, during the facility's 7-year operation, and after nearly 200,000 dives, the only accident to occur in Nemo 33 happened when a Belgian Special Forces member punctured both his lungs after failing to observe the prescribed descent rate. Waterfall. Hundreds of residents at a luxury waterfront block of flats in Brazil had to be evacuated on one April night in 2021 when a swimming pool collapsed and crashed through the roof. Shocking CCTV footage captured the moment the floor of the 75 feet long pool suddenly gave way, sending water flooding into the car park below, along with debris from the shattered base. Luckily, no injuries were reported following the terrifying incident in Vila Velha, in the southeastern state of Espírito Santo, on April 22. But 270 people had to leave their homes in the condominium and could not return for 5 days while a team of engineers carried out safety checks. Some of the tenants in the block, which is across the street from the popular Itaparica beach, reported a strong smell of gas as the pool was heating up. Others said they heard a loud noise before fleeing as water rushed out. The Dirt Sea of China. There's strictly no diving and not a hope of doing any lengths, but the crowded conditions have not put off over 1 million people from heading to this giant Chinese swimming pool. The saltwater pool, known as China's Dead Sea, is located in Dayang County, Sichuan Province, and was a riot of color as the masses grabbed their rubber rings and descended upon it yesterday. The indoor water park is said to be the largest in China and covers 30,000 square meters. Back in 2013, the country was hit by a heat wave so extreme that Shanghai experienced the hottest July in 140 years. And in Dayang County, temperatures soared above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It can accommodate up to 10,000 visitors at once, and over 1 million people have visited the resort in summer 2013. The man-made sea was created using rich salt resources in the region and contains 43 different minerals and microelements. Due to its salinity of over 22%, swimmers float freely on the surface, much as they do in the Dead Sea in the Middle East. I don't know about you, but drowning in a sticky sea of other people's body fluid that's pretty low on my bucket list. Tallest terror. The Marina Bay Sands in Singapore is an impressive building in the shape of a ship. A dip in the water is always invigorating, and perhaps never more so than at these 8 spectacular pools, which are set in daring locations around the world. Singapore's Marina Bay Sands Hotel invites guests, for example, to swim on top of the world at its expansive infinity pool, set 57 stories up. At 650 feet above the ground, it's the world's highest swimming pool, and only the bravest are diving in. Measuring 478 feet long, 146 meters, almost 3 Olympic swimming pools in length, the pool is the world's largest infinity edge pool at that height. It comprises 422,000 pounds, 191,416 kilos, of stainless steel and holds 380,000 gallons, 1,438,456 liters, of water. And thanks for watching. Let us know which of these pools you'd most and least like to take a dip in by commenting below.